Shalom. Shalom from Jerusalem. Shalom from Netivyah. Shalom from the Roe Israel congregation. Have a very merry Passover. Oh, sorry. Have a very happy Passover and a happy springtime and a wonderful time. The land of Israel right now is in full bloom. In my yard, there is wild irises blooming, lemons, each one big, and the pomegranate is beginning to bloom. It's springtime, the time that God chose to deliver the children of Israel out of slavery and into freedom, out of bondage into a relationship with the Almighty Creator of the world. We are all celebrating with great gratitude for what God did to our ancestors and what He did for us through Yeshua. We hope you're celebrating also. We hope that you're going to have a wonderful time. And remember the deliverance that God delivered the children of Israel out of Egypt and gave them the Torah in Mount Sinai and rejoiced in His 40 years of wilderness experience. Most people think that it was a terrible time. Jeremiah in chapter 2 verse 2 says, remember the days of your youth, the days of your marriage, the days of when you followed me in the wilderness. He sees it as a great time, as the honeymoon of God with Israel. Yeah, there were some complaints, but if you were in a honeymoon, you know that sometimes it happens. A little bit of complaints and a lot of love. That's what we experience, and that's what we're celebrating now in Passover. Of course, we remember the day that Yeshua was crucified. We remember that 40 days later He ascended. 3 days after the crucifixion, He raised from the dead. And we are waiting for Him in this land. We are waiting for His return because that's the only way we're going to have peace with our neighbors. When the peace that passes understanding will take over us and blanket us with our neighbors under the same glorious redemption. As the glorious redemption from Egypt was, this one will be a much greater redemption because the whole earth will see and hear and know that there is one God and one Messiah for all of us, Yeshua, our Lord. God bless you, and celebrate with us the Passover, because we are all called unleavened bread. Not only to eat unleavened bread in Passover, but we are the unleavened bread according to 1 Corinthians chapter 5. So you have something to celebrate even if you don't keep the Passover. May God bless you. I ask you to pray for Israel, to pray for Netivyah, to pray for the Roe Israel congregation. And we all feel better now after the general election. The election is finished and our government and our nation is getting ready to work and to prosper and to be a blessing to its citizens and to the world. The greatest blessings we have is that Jew that died on the cross on the eve of Passover, and He's coming back. We're all waiting for Him and waiting for His peace to take us all higher and better forever and ever. In His name, Amen.